Okay, everyone. Hi. This is a continuation of my previous stream earlier today, where I have been. This is a continuation of my earlier stream where I've been playing Rift games on my Oculus Quest 2 completely wirelessly, as you can see. No wires. There were a number of technical difficulties, including notably in this stream, which I had to restart because my sound was not quite configured correctly. Um, I made some configuration changes, which I'm going to step you through. For one thing, I opened my window nice and wide in case my computer gets really hot, as it tends to when I'm doing wireless VR. Normally, when I'm playing on my Quest, my face might get a little bit hot. I might, especially if I'm playing a game like Beat Saber, but um, my PC is not active at all, so my room's not going to get too hot. But when I'm playing wireless VR, they're both active, and the room gets quite warm quite quickly. So I got my window nice and wide open. I messed with some of my streaming settings. I want my wireless VR experience to be more consistent without any kind of stuttering, very smooth, especially for the stream. So I went ahead and just lowered VR graphics quality to low, which even though it says low, it's actually still very clear. I would say still better than a Rift or Vive. Um, it's only kind of in the very small details that you can notice a difference. VR frame rate, I dropped from 90 to 60. It looks a bit less smooth, but it helps keep the performance consistent. I left the frame rate of virtual desktop at 72 because putting it at 60 actually affects the brightness of the headset. Um, and there's no point putting it up to 90. Just that would just use more battery. And I dropped the VR bitrate to 32. It was at 90, but if I'm rendering it low in 60, I don't need a super high VR bitrate to be smooth and to avoid compression artifacts. I also enabled the extra latency mode, which helps reduce check-in glitches, and the video buffering mode, which reduces stutters. So those are the changes I made. These are all going to help me have a more consistent, smooth experience across all the games I'm going to be playing. I also kind of figured out how to deal with my problems where some of the games wouldn't start up, like Windlands 2. That was because I hadn't properly purchased it from the Oculus store. So I made sure I had. And I also had some issues with some games turning the stream black. And that just happens when they go full screen because it stops rendering my mirror window here. And then because that stops rendering and that's what I'm capturing for the stream, then it stops working. So I'm just gonna, if that happens, I'm just gonna, every time I start a game, make sure that I switch back to the screen view, make sure that it's not going full screen and that I can still see my mirror. I'm just about ready to go. I'm going to start out by just testing it with Darknet, making sure that it works well. Alright, the game is still super smooth. I got all my 60 frames a second, very consistent. And you can see it on the stream. And you can hear the music on the stream. That's good. Alright. All my volume levels look good. I'm in the game. Darknet's a game I play a lot, but I already played it earlier today. I'm not going to play it again. But it's good stream test because it's a very consistent game in terms of performance. If this doesn't work, nothing's going to work. Okay, I'm going to double hit my menu button, come back here, close Darknet, and now I'm going to jump into another game. So earlier, I was playing some Lunar Flight. Lunar Flight was, when I had it up earlier, it was just a black screen, so that wasn't very interesting. That was just because I messed up the full screen thing. Lunar Flight's also a very difficult game to play. They added some touch-based controls to it. I find it kind of... Okay, it's black right now. Let me fix that. There we go. So you can see Lunar Flight now. And I'll explain the game once I really want to switch to gamepad controllers in this one because it's what I'm more familiar with. I haven't figured out the touch controls for this game. Let's see, input. Use touch controllers as gamepad. Okay. So now I have my fake gamepad using the touch controllers. I'm going to start up Lunar Flight. We're going to play. Hopefully the gamepad emulation will be adequate to play this on my Quest 2. Uh-oh. Okay, I seem to be... Switch to desktop. Hold on. I have to figure out how I'm gonna... The stream is just showing black right now, I think. So I need to... Yeah, this is gonna be an issue because there's no way to switch back from the full screen unless I use my real keyboard. I think that's what I'll do. Real keyboard, activate. Alright. Now you can see what I'm doing, and I have my gamepad emulation. Whoops. I seem to have accidentally put my head behind the virtual hands. Okay, the gamepad emulation is not working at all because the game doesn't have focus anymore. Okay. Everything's messy when you're trying to make things work. When I have my real Xbox gamepad, I'll try some of these games again that really require the gamepad. Just for fun, I'm going to switch back to touch controller mode. I'm going to try Lunar Flight with the touch controls. I find them quite difficult, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm probably going to crash, and you can make fun of me when I crash. Okay, here we go. Lost in space. Alright, here we are. Stream seems to be working fine. And I'm going to get started. So as I've mentioned before, Lunar Flight is a VR version of Lunar Lander, the classic arcade game. And it's very cool. It's made by a single indie developer out of Australia, named Sean Edwards, who goes by Shav. And you're basically, it's a job simulator where you're a guy who works on the moon. You're a person who works on the moon. They put cargo and stuff in your lunar module. You have to carry it from one station to another. There are various other tasks you do on the moon with your lunar module. You have a limited amount of fuel, so if you mess up your flight, bad things can happen. Alright. So I've figured out a little bit about the controls so far with the touch controls. I'm going to try and figure this out on the fly. Pray that I don't mess it up too bad. I'm going to start with mission 1. It's a simple transport mission. I just have to transport 8,000 cargo straight ahead to Point Charlie. Point Charlie, you can see on my map, is... Wait, is that Point Charlie? Destination Charlie. Charlie's... I don't know if this map is right, because it's saying my destination is right up ahead. But on the map it looks like Point Delta. What is going on? So this is the top view of what's below me. This is my map. This is my mission. Oh, select nav. There we go. Okay. There's my Point Charlie. That's where I need to get to. I have my cargo. The cargo affects the amount of thrust I need to get off the ground. I have a limited amount of fuel, as I said. Okay, let's go. Let's pray I can figure out the controls this time. Lifting off. The controls here are very much like POTUS controls, like you would use in a flight simulator, except they're virtual. I don't know if this game is compatible with real physical HOTUS controls. I don't know why I said POTUS. I meant HOTUS. Okay, now I'm gonna grab this stick and use my analog stick. Give myself a little bit of yaw. Yaw rotation. And I'm gonna back off on the thrust a bit, because I don't want to keep going up forever. Okay, there we go. Very gradually turning that way. Oops, I'm rolling the ship a bit. I don't want to roll. Roll is never good for you. Okay. Back off on the yaw. And the roll. Please. Please no roll. Okay, back off on that yaw. Whoa. Okay, that's... Okay, I think my yaw is good. My roll is just about evened out, but I'm still moving that way, and that's really not where I want to be moving. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of adjust like this, give myself some pitch, and oh, this is really not working out. Need more thrust. Need more thrust. Pull up on the pitch. I don't want to pitch over anymore. Pull back on the pitch. Pull back on the pitch. No, I'm just increasing my roll. That's not a thing I want to do. I said pull back on the pitch. Okay. We're good. I think we're good. We're heading in the right general direction. And I need to... Okay, don't want to roll. Don't want to roll. Let's get my roll down to 0. Okay, roll is at 0. That's a good first step. I'm the general direction of Point Charlie here. This is terrifying. My altitude, it's going up. Up is better than down, but I don't want to waste too much fuel. I don't want to get too high. Otherwise, I'm going to be screwed. So I'm just going to drop my vertical rate. Okay. I'm going to need to yaw around. Okay. I'm going to need to pull up the pitch. Pull up the pitch. Even her out. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. Guys. Back off all the thrust, guys. This is bad. Okay, I'm gonna have to blast in the opposite I'm totally gonna overshoot Point Charlie. Guys. Guys. This is bad, guys. No. 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 Okay, well. Brace for impact. Within fucking walking distance of Point Charlie. Well, that went well. Turns out flying moon equipment is actually difficult and requires expertise. What do you know? Crashed. I'm aware. If this was the real moon, I'd be super dead. Okay. I'll give one more mission a try. I do need to learn to use all of my thrusters properly, and then I think I can do this. Navigation mode. TGT. Targeting mode. Navigation mode. Okay. Mission. Transport. Point Charlie. Charlie. 400 meters. It's not even that far. Okay. Now somehow I have to make it with this load all the way over there to Point Charlie. Same thing again. Try not to fuck it up. Okay. Is there anything I can do to figure out the controls? Let's see. Maps. Okay, that's just the maps. Recover. Controls. So these are the gamepad-based controls that I'm used to. There's not really any guide here to the touch-based controls. So I might just have to figure it out as I go. Let's lift off. Lift off. We have lift off. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start yawing around. Pull off on the thrust. Pull off on the thrust a little harder. Okay. We're down at 0 yaw. Need some pitch. Just a little pitch. Just a little baby amount of pitch. Not too much. Okay, there we go. Pull up on the pitch. Pull back on the pitch. Back on the pitch. Okay, there we go. Let's blast forward. Let's do this. We can do this. I think my pitch is a little low. Or a little high. My altitude's increasing way too fast. I need to give it some more pitch. They have these audio samples in this game where there's like, it's real, I think it's like real astronaut talk collected from like NASA records. Okay, pulling up on the pitch. I'm going sideways. Here comes my target. I have to even out. It's time to adjust my pitch in the other direction. And I need to pull off all of my thrusts and try not to roll. I think I'm gonna need to adjust the pitch in the other direction so I can kind of come back. Oh, that's not the... I do not want to roll. I don't feel like doing a somersault. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, apparently we're doing a fun little spin. So... there's Earth. Say hello to Earth before we horribly perish. And the sun. The sun is definitely my favorite sun. Okay, I'm caught in a roll here. I need to even out this roll, but it's gonna be very hard to get even again. Okay. Oh my god, we stopped rolling. But where the hell am I? Did I just fucking leave the crater? That's really not helpful. Where am I? Where's Point Charlie? What's happening? This isn't what I signed up for. Point Charlie? Are you back there in the crater? I am so gonna blow through my fuel budget. Okay. Let's do this. I've been blasting at 100% for a long time now.
Warning.
Okay, my fuel is absolutely getting low now. When my fuel runs out, I just stop thrusting. I appear to have escaped the moon's atmosphere. And I'm floating off into space. Well, that's one way to die. So, that's Lunar Flight. I think eventually I would figure out these controls. I'm just gonna do a test run to see if I can figure out how to use all of my thrusters. I'm just gonna take off. Just gonna take off, not even gonna assign a mission. Just gonna take off. Okay, now I'm gonna mess with these controls. I know I can adjust yaw with the stick. Can I adjust anything else with the stick? That's what I really want to know. If I press the stick, if I hit the button. Okay, none of the other buttons are really doing anything. That seems to just be adjusting the camera. Okay.
It's a little more vapor pressure than they were predicting. Shut down and lower.
I really can't figure out these controls. I just can't. Maybe if I can get to a control screen, it can help me figure it out. Input. Menu. Controller. Okay, none of this is too helpful.
35 more seconds. Yeah,
Okay. I seem to have somehow become frozen in space. Alright, I'm gonna come back to this game once I figure out the controls. For now, I'm gonna play a different game. I'm gonna try a little Minecraft. Minecraft's a game I haven't tried in VR in a while. I think I have to log in with my... Oh, Minecraft, what are you complaining about? Okay, hold on. I just installed a thing that's making these windows go on top. I need this one to go on top. Whew. Okay, let me just bring up my downloads. Give me 1 minute. I'm just gonna sort out... How do I start Minecraft here? Minecraft doesn't want to start by itself. I'm gonna temporarily shrink this window. Try and start Minecraft again. See what it says. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna figure this out. You think Vivecraft is better? I agree that Vivecraft is better. I don't have it installed right now. I have tried it before, pretty extensively. It is definitely better. Turbo top. Okay. Turbo top. Okay, bringing back up my window. All right. So starting Minecraft, when Minecraft starts, it shows some kind of error. And it's... Oof. It's, Oculus Room tiny. It says Oculus Rift not detected. Okay, so it seems to be a little confused by the emulation that the Oculus Rift is doing here. Or that the virtual desktop is doing for the Quest. That's unfortunate. I'll try Vivecraft another time. It's better anyway, like you said. And let's try a different game for now. Lone Echo is a great game I haven't been into in a while. It's one of the best PCVR titles, I think. I think everyone should play it. And let me make sure you guys can see. Yeah, so this appears to be working fine. This is Lone Echo. It's streaming quite smoothly to my Quest 2 over Virtual Desktop. I think it's one of the best PC VR games of all time. It's definitely a game that hasn't been ported to the Quest. It's questionable if it ever will be. Maybe the sequel will be. I'm just going to start a new game. This is a long game, so I'm not going to play through the whole thing right now, but I'll play a little bit of the intro sequence. This game's really just working out the bugs, which I'm very happy about because I love Lone Echo. I've played through the full campaign on my channel before. It has an amazing story. It has so many amazing interactions. It was the first game to really design this zero-G locomotion mechanism that works really well. It's kind of, I remarked at the time it was similar to what The Climb did. All right, it's time for me.
Hera, open a new voice log entry. Acknowledge. Recording. Okay.
To do my training.
This is Captain Liv Rhodes. Personal log entry for 7 of October 2126. This will be my final week aboard Chronos 2. In just a few days, I'll be leaving Saturn behind and making my way to my new assignment on Ceres. A bit odd, actually, saying it out loud.
Here I am. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, and my frame rate's being very consistent.
All mining sites are running smoothly. Overnight harvest totals are a bit lower than I'd like. Oh,
Olivia!
on the number 12 RCS thruster, but
Olivia, I haven't seen you in so long.
Jack. Good. Hold on a tick. Hera, pause recording.
Acknowledged, Captain Rhodes.
Hi, Olivia.
Morning, sunshine. And how are we feeling today?
Good. It's been a while.
Are you with me? Hera, let's go ahead and run Jack's calibration program.
Okay, this is the tutorial.
Right. In you go, Jack. I'll see you in
Oh.
a few.
I don't want to do my calibration.
Module D221. Manual.
Olivia's like the main character of this game, and you don't really meet a lot of other people in this game, but she's a friend, and she lives with me on this space station.
I am Hera, Central AI for the Chronos 2 Orbital Mining Facility. I will guide you through this calibration program. First, close your hand to form a fist. Now extend your index finger. Good. To proceed, use your index finger to press the hollow button in front of you. Now reach out and grab the glowing disc that just appeared.
That was a terrible throw.
When you are ready, throw the disc into the goal in front of you.
Wow.
Target missed.
That might be
Press
the
hollow
worst
button
throw.
to recall the disc.
There we go.
Target hit. Excellent throw. Calibration module complete. Please stand by.
I wouldn't call it an excellent throw, per se.
Module M101. Basic motor functions.
Alright. Time for some zero-G locomotion.
Please pull the handle above you to exit the activation pod. This labor unit will guide you through the module. Now carefully follow it by pulling yourself through the environment using any solid surface.
Oh, zero-G locomotion. Feels so good. You guys who have played a lot of Echo Arena will recognize this type of locomotion.
Please
It's
follow the labor
super
unit
cool.
to proceed. Please take your time and follow the guide.
Echo VR, which is like the mobile version of Echo Arena, is available on the Oculus Quest. It uses the same kind of locomotion. It's super cool, but this is like a full campaign single-player adventure game based on the same mechanics.
Carefully climb up the slope to continue. Now carefully pull yourself forward and release to glide to the exit.
Glide. Glide. Uh-oh. I could have done that better.
Calibration module complete. Module M205. Maneuvering thrusters. Your hands are equipped with maneuvering thrusters. allowing you to move more freely in zero gravity. Activate left thruster. Activate right thruster. Now please exit the activation pod and use your maneuvering thrusters to reach the door ahead. Thrusters can be used in short bursts or held down for continuous usage. Please press the hollow button near the door to proceed. Good. Now navigate the environment using only your maneuvering thrusters.
Ah!
Do not grab any surfaces during this test. Reboot
I
initiated.
should have listened to the full instructions.
Reminder, please do not touch any surfaces in the hallway.
It's always a little creepy to see previous versions of me just like disintegrate and get
Calibration
electrocuted.
50%.
Alright. Almost there. I made it.
Calibration module complete. Module C-111. Communication. We will now calibrate your communication system. When someone speaks to you, a reply notification may appear above your wrist. You may then respond by holding down the dialogue button on either hand and selecting a reply with your index finger. Hold down the dialogue button now. Input confirmed. Now hold down the dialogue button and select a reply.
Understood.
Good. Continuing calibration. Often you will have a limited time to select a reply. In these cases, silence is considered a viable option. Do you understand?
How long do I have to reply?
Most often you will have 10 seconds to reply, but this number may vary under special circumstances. Now exit the activation pod and move into the room ahead. You can also initiate conversations at points of interest throughout the world. If you look at certain people or objects while you are close to them, their name will appear, and an icon will indicate that you can use the dialogue button. You may then hold down the dialogue button and select an option, just like a reply. Now start a conversation with the labor unit, and speak about the Fury transport model in this room.
Unit 42, what is your primary directive?
To assure the safety and well-being of Chronos 2 station personnel.
What is your secondary directive?
Preserving the integrity of Atlas Corporation property and equipment.
Please talk about the 2 points of interest in the room to continue.
A Mark 1 Fury transport, 1/48th scale.
Be advised, while real Fury transports can be used to travel to distant locations across the Chronos 2 station, I do not recommend attempting to ride this one.
Noted.
It's too little.
Communication
Can't ride
system
it.
fully calibrated. Would you like to proceed to the next module?
I'm ready to proceed.
Acknowledged. Please stand by. Module A-131. Data scanner.
This game looks so good playing on a wireless quest. I'm so happy with this.
Error. Calibration
Uh-oh.
program failure. Stand
Uh-oh.
by for reboot.
The directors have been pushing to make fully automated deep-space mining the company's super priority. Your Echo unit is the first.
Okay, so I'm not gonna get my data scanner right off the bat.
I'm 1 week from leaving and you're just... Jack? Sorry, I have to go. Chronos 2 out. Jack? What happened?
My calibration program crashed. I appear to be stuck in the activation pod.
That's odd. Your diagnostic program's never just flat out crashed before. It must have suspended the pod's release procedures.
In the event of activation pod failure, Titan Protocol recommends performing a complete power cycle of the pod, followed by a level 3 inspection of...
You're all set.
Thank you, Olivia.
Listen, about my conversation with Command, how much did you overhear?
I heard enough to know I'm no longer going with you to Ceres.
Seems you've earned yourself a promotion. The directors want you to take over my duties as station commander. You'll be in charge.
That would make this our last week together.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Look, they just hit me with this news a few minutes ago. I mean, Command splitting us up, I never even considered it a possibility. I'm not entirely sure what to say. Except... I'm sorry, Jack.
There's no need to apologize, Olivia. While the situation is unfortunate, it's not your fault.
Come on then. No sense putting it off. Let's get our last week started. Why don't you go activate the bridge while I pull the overnights?
Copy that.
So my performance in this area is not super consistent. I'm definitely getting a little bit of juddering while I'm looking around here, even with all of my wireless VR stuff at the lowest settings, which is unfortunate. It's really showing kind of the limits of the wireless VR that I can't get this to run smoothly. It was running smoothly during the tutorial, but I think this ship section is just a little too complex for it. Labor unit.
Unit 12, are those repairs on schedule?
Affirmative. Data network maintenance will be completed by 09:30 on October 8th, 2126.
Acknowledged.
Like, it's barely smooth most of the time, but especially when I'm with Olivia, who's a very complex model, and I'm also in a big room like this with a lot going on, and I'm also doing wireless VR, and I'm also streaming. I'm definitely starting to lose some frames in this particular game. So this is kind of showing some of the limitations of wireless VR. It's still very playable, at least on my 2080, but dedication plaque. But it's definitely not as smooth as it would be running 90 frames a second on the same system on a wired VR headset.
The Chronos 2 station has been in operation for over 5 years. Liv has been its longest tenured captain.
I'm definitely considering. I still have my Rift at home, and I can still play titles like this on my Rift, but I might consider upgrading to like a Valve Index just for these really high fidelity wired VR titles like Half-Life Alyx and games like this where like there's a lot of complex graphics going on. Open the doors.
Transition into daytime cycle.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I'm really going to miss this part. I'll get started on the morning checklist in a bit. Just give me a moment to soak in this view.
Take your time.
This is a beautiful view. We're in the rings of Saturn here. This is how people really get around on the International Space Station. There's another sim experience called Mission ISS, which is also available on Quest, where you get to do a lot of this navigating around the room in zero gravity. And of course, I mentioned Echo VR, which is another game where you get to do this. But it's a multiplayer kind of sports game. I like how they give you a full body with inverse kinematics and everything. So you can kind of see your shadow as you float. It's still a very beautiful game, even playing over wireless VR. It's a little juddy in some points, and it's not quite as sharp and crisp as it is on a full headset, but it's still very, very beautiful. It would be interesting to compare playing a game like this, which has a little bit of judder over virtual desktop wireless VR, to playing it over something like Oculus Link, which might have less judder. I can definitely check that out and do a comparison. Let me see what folks are commenting about. Skyrim VR. I have played Skyrim VR a little bit. People say it's a very good game, especially like you say if you add all the appropriate mods. I think they put a lot of work into porting it to VR properly, and I would like to get back into Skyrim VR. I've already purchased it. I can definitely dive back into it. I've never played all the way through the original Skyrim on my monitor, so I would definitely be able to view the series from a fresh perspective in terms of the story and all the mechanisms. So earlier I played Lucky's Tale. At these current settings I've tested, and Lucky's Tale runs quite consistently. Let's see, what else can I play here? I played some Mahjong VR. Moss is an incredible game, but it's actually been ported to the Quest, so you can just play that one directly on your Quest. Whenever you can, I recommend playing things directly on the Quest instead of playing them off your PC, even if the PC version is a little better in terms of fidelity. The Quest version is just going to be so consistent and smooth compared to the PC version. Talos Principle. There's one I haven't played in a while. Nor have I played Sensa Peso. Sensa Peso. Let's see if I can make this one run properly. I need to be able to make it not be full screen while I play it so that you guys can see it. Is this gonna work? Is it just gonna work? Oh, it is working. Hey! I'm gonna restart this because it's like all off center now. Okay, one more time. Here we go. It is showing up correctly. Sensa Peso, it's kind of, it's less of a game, it's more of a little media experience. VR. Oh. It's by Kite and Lightning, which is kind of a media studio out of LA. They've made some incredible stuff. I think Sensa Peso is really their masterpiece. We're going into the glowing tree. We're gonna find out what's inside. This is in the same sense that like Henry or Dear Angelica is an experience more than it is an interactive game. This is very much the same kind of thing. It's a VR experience. And it's all set to this particular song. I think the experience is like inspired by the song. You can think of it as like a VR music video. Man, I haven't gone into Sensa Peso for so long. I've certainly never done it on a wireless headset. Alright, we're ready to start rowing. Where are we heading? Is this boat gonna move? Oh yeah, this boat's already moving. We're on our way. Oh, look at those pedals in the wind. Sensa Peso, so beautiful. We're heading into a dark portal. I believe Sensa Peso is Italian. I think the song is also in Italian. These live action people that they put inside this experience, they're very, not like really anything else you'll see in a VR game. They recorded them using a special method where they essentially had a real-life camera that they slid past them at the same rate that this virtual boat is moving past them. And that's how they captured them. And then they just projected them on a billboard. It's a really cool technique. Whoa, hey there. This one is actually in 3D, this giant head. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I would say this one feels a lot like, kind of like a Disney World ride. Your boat sails past a bunch of interesting things. These guys kind of feel like animatronics in a Disneyland. I think going for some kind of underworld theme with all this. Like this is like the river Styx. Ah. Looks like we're taking another portal. The portal effects in this experience are just incredible. It really feels like a really violent portal. Time for the final part of our ride. Suddenly my boat is going very quickly. Hellfire. I believe we are finally arriving at our destination. Giant slanted light rectangle. This is another one of those things that like they could possibly port this to Quest, but I don't see them ever really doing it because it's just one of those things that hasn't been worked on in so long. And there's not enough interest really. But I always thought it was one of the most beautiful experiences I've seen in VR. Another one kind of like this is the Surge experience. Go into the light. This one works quite well over wireless VR. That's Sensa Peso. Nothing like Sensa Peso. Okay, and yeah, when I do more Skyrim VR, it would be great to do a series where I just explore the game at length. I mentioned Surge just now. I could definitely check out Surge. I'd like to check out an actual game before I do that. Windlands 2 I mentioned wasn't working earlier. I'd love to play a little Windlands 2. It's very similar to Windlands 1, but they've changed some of the mechanics a little bit. And they've added some. Let me make sure this game is rendering. Yes, it is. Okay. Behold! Windlands 2. So I was in the middle of this boss battle. Windlands 2 has a lot of the same climbing mechanics, but it also has battle mechanics, which I will show you right now. No! If I can not die for 1 second. Okay, time to go. You come back here. So this guy's trying to shoot missiles at me while I'm trying to shoot my bow at him. Got him. He has red shields. I need to take them all down. Whoop, time to go. Whoop. Okay, I fell. If I fall, I just have to reset. And that way it's kind of forgiving. Ah, just a little high. Oh, he's got his shield up. Not cool. Not cool. Got him. You can actually shoot while you're swinging if you're really talented. I'm just not sure if I'm talented enough to pull that off. Oh, you hold the fuck still. Whoa. Okay, I nearly fell down there. Got one. If he hits me with those too many times, I just get reset to my last teleport point, which was right back over there. So it's pretty forgiving, like I said. Especially if you're playing on the normal level of difficulty. Ah. Oh, you son of a... Honestly, I'm more of a danger to myself than that guy's a danger to me. From falling. Okay, let's do this. This is very smooth when I'm playing with my current settings in virtual desktop. Playing at 60 frames a second. Playing at low quality. And it looks good, it feels good, it's very smooth. Totally playable. Definitely more consistent in its frame rate than Lone Echo. You mother... Ow! I think it's kind of like Call of Duty where your health resets. There we go. Now what? Now what? What you gonna do? Oh, this guy might have 3 stages. I like the choice of the bow and arrow as a weapon for this character because grappling hooks and bows and arrows just kind of feel like they go together. They're kind of Batman weapons. Okay. Run away. Oh, why is he running away? I'm the one who's supposed to run away. Where? Ah, I can't access his weak points. What am I supposed to do? No, 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 no! Oh my god. Okay, I can definitely access some of his weak points. I can see one visible there. No! Okay, I got one before I fell to my death. That's progress. I feel like if this game was less forgiving, they would like reset his health each time that you fall and die. Or you get exploded and die. Surprise! Okay. This guy does not hold still. What? Oh, not quite. I can do this. I can do this! Oh, that was close. Come on, you motherfucker. No, no, no. Okay. The last one, you at least had to cross a chasm with like 4 trees every time that you died, which was a mild deterrent. This one doesn't even have that. Run away! That feels like it should have killed me, but it did not. Whoa! Whoa! Oof. Okay. Hey there. Hey friend. You want to rotate that weak point where I can see it? There we go. That was close. I kind of had to shoot backwards to get that one. Up, into the lava stream. It's kind of weird how the lava streams don't do any damage. They're just kind of like rocks. That did not work. There we go. I see one. Whoa! Okay. Got one. Oh, that was a good shot. You don't even have to use the trees, really. A lot of these you can just kind of jump to them. Not quite all of them, but a lot of them you can. Well, that was close. Okay, come on, show me your weak point. There, I see it. Ugh. Almost got him. I think I only need one more weak point to wipe him out. Ow. That was unpleasant. Come on. Got you. Ow. How many times do I have to wipe this guy out? I also like the aesthetic of how it's like an energy bow. Oh shit. Okay, he's got everything out now. I think this is the final stage. No! Okay. Time for some combat. Ow. Moving on. Got one. The outer ones are pretty easy to get. Okay. One more. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna heal from those missiles before I continue. Okay, those missiles are definitely gonna hit me before I can do anything. Got it! I got that at an angle. I didn't think I was gonna hit that at all. Shit. Okay. Come on. Hold still. You can't run away. This Windlands is really an interesting VR game, not only because like the mechanics are so distinctive and not like anything else, but also because honestly it's just one of the few VR games where instead of asking like what can we do to make this game, design this game to be accessible to the maximum number of people possible, they really just asked like if we don't worry too much about comfort, if we don't worry about designing our game around avoiding artificial locomotion. Oh, that was close. What kind of fun things can we do in VR that nobody else is doing because everyone else is really worried about trying to appeal to the largest possible market and trying to be comfortable to everybody? Whoops. I don't know if that was literally their thought process. Like, they definitely added some comfort mechanisms to try and make it better. That guy's up in his protected field. I don't like that. Gotcha. Ow. Sometimes I notice when my face gets right up against the wall in VR, I start seeing some compression artifacts from the wireless VR. I think that's because just it's not designed for that. Ah! Why did I try and do that? There was no way that was gonna work. Oh, too high, too high. Too low. Oh, he's right under a tree, so he can't shoot me. Nice. Haha. There we go. That was close. Barely escaped that explosion. Oh, do not run away, you coward. But yeah, like this kind of Spider-Man simulator swinging. Where'd he go? Is he gone? Did I kill him? How did I kill him? Wow, I guess he just took out the final shot himself. Alright, my friend Toe here.
The demon's machines cannot withstand a true hunter. I've seen another machine flying around the other side of the jungle. But you'll need to get through another door. Return to Sarada, the techsmith, and see if she's got the next power orb ready for you. I shall return to my search. We shall uncover the source of these beasties. Good luck!
Alright. That was my second boss battle of the game. I eventually pulled it off. I was not super clear on how it ended. I think he either damaged himself or I like accidentally got the last shot in without realizing it. Now I'm ready for some old-fashioned traveling. Let me collect this. Thank you. Alright, time to return to Sarala. I believe that's where that target is telling me to go. You can see that Windlands 2, it's definitely like, it's less exploring big, like Vincent said earlier. It's less, whoops. It's less about exploring big open spaces. It's a lot more linear. It's more like go here, then go here, then go here. But you still kind of get to decide how you traverse the space. Whether you want to do more jumping, whether you want to do more grappling. You get to decide your combat style. So you're still definitely making decisions. Whoops. Whoops! Alright. Let's try not to fuck that up. And I fell. I like how you can grab the checkpoints just by swinging past them. So you can try and do the whole thing smoothly in one motion. Assuming you're talented enough, which I am not sure that I am. Well, okay. Let's try that again. Windlands 2 is honestly like, even though I have my concerns about it in terms of it being more linear and more story driven, and the combat elements interfering with the exploration and the mystery of it. I think it's also they really refined the core mechanics. So the swinging feels more consistent, feels better. Whoops. There we go. Am I back? Not quite. I still have half a kilometer to go. Alright. Almost there. And there she is. I'm always up for more NPCs in my games. That is one of the additions that I welcome.
Great. That crystal's gonna be handy. But we've got a problem. Roly droid things have gone and kidnapped a bunch of lizard folk. When you destroy them, be sure to collect the cores so that we can use them. Now go do your thing.
Whew. Alright. This is a good stopping point for now. Mission. You can see how it's more of a sequence of missions, as opposed to kind of a big open space that you explore. Although, you know, it's still big and open. There's still a lot of different paths you can take through the space. It's by no means a small tunnel. Alright, I'm gonna dive out of here. Did I save? Do I need to save? Let's make sure I save. Settings. Quit? No. Quit. Okay, I'm just gonna quit my Windlands 2. It's a great game. It's very much worth playing. They add a lot of elements, like I said, like the combat, which are actually pretty fun once you get used to them. It's very cool to be swinging and shooting at the same time. The NPCs are a welcome addition. I would just like more of the sense of kind of silent exploration in big open spaces like they had in the original, but I think that's why it's worth playing both of them. Okay, where else? Titans of Space, that's available on Quest. Surge is not. Surge, I said I wanted to show you. Surge is interesting. It's another, kind of like Sensa Peso. It's a VR kind of music video experience. It's very, very cool. I'm just going to jump into it. You will see what I'm talking about. Settings. You can see this one is operated by face. Hi. I think my machine can handle the full resolution. Let's make sure that you guys can see it. Yes, you can see it. Excellent. Let's do it. Play. What's happening? I don't even remember what happens in Surge. These cubes seem to be wanting to get together and to glow a lot. Also, there's some kind of intense sunrise going on over there. All the pieces are gonna fit together. Whoa! Suddenly the world is vibrating. Oh. This is so wild to see this. It's just happening 2 feet in front of my face. I love how the whole ground is shaking with the bass of the song. It just gives this feeling like the music is driving this whole world. Hold on, my alarm is going off. There we go. Oh, hey guys. Now we are among giants. Oh. Oh, this is still as beautiful as it was the first time. Just these giants made of blocks against the setting sun. As they slowly crumble. Very cool. So it's about my bedtime. I'm gonna stay a little bit over and just see if there's anything else that I want to make sure I got. I got Windlands 2. I don't think I played Rescueties. Rescueties is a weird game. It's almost certainly never going to get ported to Quest. And it's definitely a game that I enjoy. Even though it's really weird, again. This is basically a VR remake of Bouncing Babies, a classic 80s game. It's hard to explain.
Next time, use a headset and motion controllers for the full Riskies experience.
Oh, it's not detecting my headset. That's unfortunate. Well then, I guess we're not going to play Rescuties. What else here? The Night Cafe? I don't think that one's been ported to Quest. The Climb has definitely had a good Quest port. The Talos Principle has not been ported to Quest. That's, of course, a classic desktop game, which was later ported to VR, and it's definitely one of my favorites. I haven't played through the whole thing because it is a full-length campaign. I've played through quite a bit of it. There's a lot of beautiful scenes in it. Let's see if it works over wireless VR. Oculus error. Well, I suppose we have our answer. It seems like not every game just works. Some of them really look for the Oculus headset to be present, and they freak out if they don't find it, which is unfortunate. The limitations of wireless VR. What else is there? Let me see. Accounting Plus, I want to get around to playing. I believe that one's also on Quest. Accounting is a really weird game. It's by Justin Roiland, the creator of Rick and Morty, and he does a lot of the voices in it. And it's the first Accounting was like this really weird, like nested VR experience, which was kind of Inception style. Chronos. There's a game I haven't played in a while. Let's see if it'll let me play this. I have a feeling this might be one of those ones where I have to use a gamepad and then it's hard for me to get out of full screen mode. Okay. Let me bring up. Okay, is this gonna work? Let's find out. Yeah, it's working. I'm seeing Chronos. And I can even control it. Maybe they did add touch support to this game. Render quality. Okay, I'm gonna stick with these render quality. I'm gonna start the game. For some reason, the resolution of this game looks really low, and I'm really not sure why. I'm gonna take a look at these options. Okay, that looks better. That looks a lot better. I just have to increase these graphics options. Okay. I'm happy with this now. Okay, here's my hero. I think I'm used to playing with a sword. Alright, let's go. Chronos is a very cool game. It's hard to explain. They tried to make it as comfortable as possible by having a fixed... Oh, I love this opening scene in Chronos.
Approchez. Asseyez-vous.
Oh, it's all voice acted in French. Listen well. This evening I will tell you a story. Long ago, The world was
Des
very
tours de
different.
métal et de pierre s'élançaient à l'assaut du ciel.
There were
Notre
towers of
peuple était
metal
libre.
and stone.
Il
Our
n'avait nul
people were
besoin de
free.
se cacher, ne
There was no
connaissait
need
pas
to
la
hide.
peur.
We weren't
Nous
afraid.
étions des milliers, des dizaines de milliers même. Rien à
We were
voir avec nos
thousands,
petites
tens of
tribus.
thousands even.
Mais un jour vinrent les bêtes, originaires de l'un des lieux rouillés. Elles nous pourchassaient, nous repoussaient vers les fissures et les
They chased us. They chased us into the crevices and the cracks.
ordres, car elles obéissaient à la volonté d'un autre.
But they
Le dragon.
obeyed the will of another,
C'était
the
lui qui
dragon.
avait causé l'érosion du monde, et il l'érode toujours depuis sa tanière. Tu es la plus brave d'entre nous, ma petite. La plus sagace. La meilleure.
You are
Une fois
the most stubborn among us, the
parmi les
best.
ténèbres des lieux rouillés, la pierre monde s'éveille et ouvre un passage vers l'autre monde. La prochaine fois qu'elle le fera, tu emprunteras ce passage.
A passage opens once a year. The next time it opens, you will take it.
Tu le tueras.
And
Il est
then
possible que
you'll
tu
kill
sois
it.
expulsé avant d'avoir accompli ta quête. Si c'est le cas, profite de l'année qui s'en suivra. Gagne en force et en sagesse, jusqu'à ce que la pierre s'éveille à nouveau. Et retourne-y, jusqu'à ton dernier souffle. Retourne-y.
She said you may be...
Jusqu'à ce que le dragon trépasse.
She said,
Que tu périsses avant lui.
she said you might be forced to leave, but if you do, you will train in the year where you're kicked out, and then you'll go back. You keep going back until the dragon is dead, or until you have perished before the dragon. And that... Okay, my controller is connected, but for some reason it's not seeing it. What is happening? Okay, for some reason Chronos is suddenly saying it doesn't see my Oculus Touch, even though in the main menu it was working fine. It looks like the emulation has stopped working for some reason. I don't know why. I'm perplexed. I don't know if restarting it will help. Evidently, wireless VR has a lot of kinks to it. Oh, wait a minute. I figured out what's going on. My right controller's battery is dead. That'll do it. Well, I think that's my signal that I need to take a break for tonight. But I will get into more PCVR titles in the future and the more Quest titles in the future. Let me know what you want to see me play. And what headset you'd like to see me play them on. I go for old games, I go for new games. There's so much to explore in the years and years that VR has been around now. Things that, like, the big games everyone knows about, they're great. The Beat Sabers and the Echo VRs and the what are other popular games? Population 1 is really popular right now, which I haven't even tried yet. And a lot of the shooting games are very popular. But there's also just this huge backlog of classic VR games that came out years ago, like Lone Echo, and I Expect You to Die. And it's always great to go back for these classic experiences because a lot of them are really solid and really hold up today. All right. And a lot of them even were not that well known at the time. Like I love Mahjong VR, Kitty Apocalypse I still think is a great game. Lunar Flight is still a great game, even if I can't figure out the new touch controls like at all. I think that one will be a lot better once I have an Xbox gamepad back in my hands. Moss is still an incredible game. That one's several years old. So, like, it's always worth going back to the classics and exploring the vast array of forgotten but still excellent VR games that are out there. And I definitely want to revisit some of those, as well as check out a bunch of the new ones that have come out on the Quest 2. That's all for tonight. I'm going to remember to replace the battery in my right controller, and I will come back and stream another time. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you again. Everyone have a great every day.